Hello VIP Kid World, I hope you are doing fine. Today I am going to talk to you about how to do a basic kind of classroom makeup look and how I present myself when it's time to teach. Just as a disclaimer, there is absolutely no need to wear makeup, dress up, do anything to your hair at all if you work for VIPKID. This is just something that I do because it helps me sort of wake up, get invigorated, and feel ready for the day when it's time to start teaching. So I have a sort of glammed up look that I'll do when I have a little bit more time or energy, or if I'm going to be teaching for a longer period of time that day and I need my makeup to really stick and stand out. And then I have the abridged I slept in for an extra 15 minutes version that I do. And in the latter, I use only 3 products. So the first one I use is this palette by Maybelline. there is no skill to this whatsoever. I take my finger and I put it in this and I go like that. Like there is no brushes, there is no fancy makeup guru stuff going on. That's it. The next thing that I use is a touch of mascara. This is the Supersizer from CoverGirl. It's ancient, just a couple strokes. You can see it just makes your eyes open a bit more and make you look a little more expressive when you're talking to the kids and making faces. So anything you can do to emphasize your face when you're pictured in this little tiny box is going to be helpful for the students because they can see your expressions better, they can see the shape of your mouth better, they can see how you have to hold your facial muscles when you're making different sounds. So while makeup might seem on initial reflection to be a superficial thing to worry about when you're teaching, it actually can affect how the student learns and make their learning experience just a little bit easier, a little bit better. And the final thing that I use for the rush look is a soft matte lip cream by NYX in the color Rome. And that's what I'm wearing right now. It's a darker shade. I think it is useful to wear lipstick because especially when you are working with young kids and you are working on phonics, they are looking at your mouth when you are making the shapes of the words, when you are making the sounds. If I go ooh, 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 they can very clearly see the shape that sound needs to be made. If you're doing the phonics lessons or you're teaching the basic alphabet to like the pre-VIP students, wearing a lipstick does actually assist them with their mouth shape and being able to tell exactly how to hold their face when making certain sounds. Now, if I'm feeling a little fancy or have a little bit more time to get ready that day, or sometimes I'll have an event going on afterwards and just do a face, I will use a couple of extra products. So one of the things that I like to use is blush, just like a touch, especially one like this where it has a little bit of like a shimmer highlight in it, so it's sort of like a blush highlight all in one. I'm not gonna be doing my whole face for class, so just to have one product that does both of those things is nice. You can kind of see here I have a bit of a blush and a highlight going on. This is actually from H&M. It is called Pure Radiance Powder Blush in Soft Russet. I don't really wear foundation. I have some skin discoloration and some acne, but I figure on a little tiny screen and a 3-year-old staring at me, it's really not going to be that big of a deal. So I don't usually worry about that. But if I need to put something on, I will use just a compact powder. So this is the one I have, the CoverGirl Clean Powder Foundation. I just take that and I take a brush and you just put it on your face. That's what I do. I put it on my face. And you can clearly see that I use this brush for my blush and my foundation at the same time, which I don't know. I'm not a makeup guru. I feel like it works well enough, but I'm sure I'm breaking some big taboo. If you know better than me about makeup, then please don't take this as advice. This is coming from an ESL teacher. I'm just telling you about how I manage to look a little bit more alive when I'm talking to 3-year-olds all day. If you need a long-lasting lipstick and you are going to be talking to children all day on VIPKID, this is the holy grail. I cannot I'm almost scared of this lipstick, to be honest. This is the Maybelline New York Super Stay Matte Ink, and the color I'm using is Pioneer. This stuff, I swear, I do not know what is in it, but it sticks like glue. Like like I said, I'm scared of this. I do not put this on unless I'm ready to commit to a red lip for like 8+ hours. This is not coming off. I literally have to exfoliate this off at the end of the night. This can be wonderful when you have a really long day and you don't want to keep touching up your lipstick, but honestly, I do not put this on unless I am teaching like 4 hours plus in one day. Otherwise, I will just use like a matte lip cream like this one. Some of the pre-prep I do is pretty easy. I will just wash my face, and I always try to moisturize before putting any makeup on. So I start off just with this little basic Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Lotion. I just put a couple dots on my face, rub it around, and that's the totality of my skincare regime at the moment. And I am a huge Lush freak. Anybody that knows me knows that I go to Lush all the time. I love Lush. It is heaven on earth. One of my favorite things that I get there is the lip scrub. I like the mint julep flavor, but there's so many other kinds. It's just like a sugary lip scrub. You can eat it off your lips if that's your thing. It smells amazing. So I will moisturize, and I will usually do a lip scrub before I put on anything else. I almost always teach with my hair up. That's a personal preference. Honestly, I have seen teachers that wear it all sorts of ways, but for me, it gets too distracting if there are tendrils falling in my face when I'm reaching for my dry erase board or my props or my puppets or whatever. So I like to just throw my hair back in either a ponytail, a bun, something simple that keeps it out of the way. So what I usually do is I will just take a brush, I will brush it back and put it wherever, place the ponytail wherever I want it to be. And then once it's pulled back, I will take a smoothing, like boar bristle brush and just kind of go over it to sort of smooth the whole look down. And I have some little baby hairs here that are too short to go anywhere else, so I'll just kind of brush them down and maybe go over my actual hair just to smooth it over. And like this takes 15 seconds. I mean, this is super easy. I have very curly hair naturally. I straighten it sometimes, but whether curly or straight, the low pony is the easiest low maintenance professional look that you can do in 15 seconds when you're getting ready to teach. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope somebody out there will appreciate some of the recommendations I made. And just to reaffirm, you do not need to do literally anything about how you look. If you're a teacher, there's no obligation to wear makeup. There's no obligation to style your hair. This is just something that I personally do, and I recommend to teachers who would like to have a little bit more put together look for the classroom. But again, this is totally optional stuff. What are your go-to getting ready methods that you use before it's time to step into the classroom? Do you have any other products to recommend? Write in the comments down below what you do to get ready for the day. If you enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up and click subscribe. I have added my link and my code down below. You can click that link and apply through there, and I will be listed as your mentor and will be able to coach you through the hiring process if you are interested in joining this awesome company. So thank you for tuning in. Just make sure you have a great day and stay fine, fine, fine.